Well, I am at my normal spot. It's Monday morning, normal time, doing my normal stuff. People think that I am nuts. And Monday mornings are even earlier than normal. Normal for me is I get up at 3:15, get to the office by 3:45 or so that I can get my day started. Sunday nights I wrestle around and think about what I could have said, should have said, a lot of times what I wish I wouldn't have said. Thinking about all the things that are going on, all the things that you do, and stuff that a lot of times behind the curtain nobody knows, which is okay. I love, this is not a complaint at all, I love this time. It feels like a lot of times it's just me and Jesus. And I get in here and make my coffee and I get my water and I'm already talking to the Lord, and especially on Mondays looking at the rest of the week thinking, okay, I got a lot to do. And so a lot of times when people find out that I get here so early, they'll say, well, why in the world? Why? You are crazy. I'll wake up and I just can't wait to get here sometimes. Time can be a restraint. Time can be difficult because you have so many things that I want to do, and I don't want to hold up in my office. We have 40 people that will show up later on today, just staff, and I don't want to be here in my office all day long, 8 or 10 hours, and not be with them. I want to be able to be in the hallway. I want to be able to have conversations. I want to be able to not feel like every time I'm interrupted that I'm getting anxious or getting upset. So I get here, I try to get here 3, 4, 5 hours and get maybe a half day work in before anyone gets here, but doing this, spending time talking to the Lord, spending time being in His Word. One of the things I do is every morning before the staff gets here and all the craziness starts, I try to get a run in. I always have different things that I listen to. Sometimes I listen to sermons, and I'll just listen to somebody I've never heard of before. Or sometimes I'll get a playlist out, and so I get a little bit of 80s hair band going on and rocking with Dawkins and doing some Def Leppard and bang your head kind of stuff. My old days. Maybe I get my parents raised me on 50s and 60s music, and so sometimes I'll do a little bit of that, or maybe even some ABBA. Can you run to ABBA? I don't know. But I am going to do it, and running usually only feels good when you stop. A lot of times people will tell me, oh man, every morning I see you up there studying or standing there, and probably some people think I'm kind of crazy. What in the world is the guy standing in the window for? As the cars go by, a lot of times just pray that we would be a church that isn't all about just being inside the building, but recognizing that there are people. I just think about these thousands of cars that go by with thousands of people who don't know Christ at all. They don't understand the gospel, or have not heard, or certainly they haven't believed. Pray over St. Charles and St. Peter's and the cities that we reach, and just all of these people who God wants us to reach, and He's placed us here at this time together. Think about us talking about loving the 04, and this is the 04, and this right around here, this is our mission field. And as we say, we're fooling ourselves if we think we can go to Italy or China to reach people if we won't go right across the street and love our neighbors. Staff's arriving. They're come out here, see what's going on. See what everybody's been up to all weekend. See who's here, who's working. Get to work, George. He's not even in there, so.
Yo.
What up?
Morning. How's it going?
Good.
Good.
What you got there?
I'm making some coffee.
A little bit of frou-frou. Never settle for good enough coffee.
Yeah, see, that's kind of how I live. That's how I live my life by. Never settle for good enough. Always be the best, right?
I like it.
Do you want to try some of mine?
Sure. Yeah, I've never had any of that.
I don't mean to be a snob, but it's the best coffee you're gonna get in the whole place.
I think I do mean to be a snob.
I do mean to be a snob, definitely.
I mean, check this out.
This is from
ridiculous.
From Norway, I think.
Yeah, I think that's
Norwegian?
what he was saying.
None of that's in English.
Can't even pronounce this coffee.
It's kind of like that science cabinet, you know, in school. You open it up, there's all these beakers and.
Well, we will see. We will make some of this stuff.
Okay, cool.
Certain way to.
I mean, there is, but for your first time, just
I don't have to swish around.
no, just wing it. I'm sure you'll love it, right? Not too bad, right? Totally worth the process.
The half hour I stood here watching you make this, are you serious? I'm just gonna be honest.
Any notes? Any specific notes you're getting?
It can't beat this. It takes me 30 seconds to get this done. This is magic. This tastes like heaven. One of the things that I love is that we can do all kinds of things in ministry, and being able to get here early, being able to get my heart ready and right so that ministry can come out of the overflow of the heart. And I think that's one of the main things that we want to make sure that we are doing here at Waypoint, is that our heart is right and it is good and it's serving out of the overflow of a heart that's been transformed by Christ. I want that to be, and I think the Lord would want that to be, the Waypoint way, that we are people who have a transformed heart. We're not perfect, but we know that we're forgiven, and that we worship Him by ourselves, so that when we're with people, He just comes out and it shows and it's evident. I love what's going on here. I love all the ministry that is happening. And so let's be a church that spends time early, or at least away, with Jesus, so that we become more and more like Him, so that when we're with people, we can be like Him. That's the Waypoint way. Fly the W, baby.